Hideo Kojima's next game features this Deadpool 2 actress. Death Stranding developer Kojima Productions is once again teasing its next project by revealing who will star in it. On Tuesday, the developer announced that actor Shioli Kutsuna, Deadpool 2, Invasion, will join Elle Fanning in Kojima Productions' new project, which has not been formally announced but is being slowly and cryptically revealed. Kojima Productions confirmed Kutsuna's involvement in the project, which could be a new property titled Overdose or a sequel to Death Stranding, with a new poster featuring the actor's face bathed in red light. Like Fanning's reveal, which asked, "Who am I?" Kutsuna's poster included a question, "Where am I?" It also featured the text "A Hideo Kojima game" and Kutsuna's name. That poster featured an additional layer, a second, all-black poster with the words, "How come," and an icon that appears to be a tentacled creature with a shark-like fin. What does any of this mean? Mostly, that Kojima Productions founder Hideo Kojima apparently still enjoys being enigmatic in his pre-reveal marketing, and that his predilection for collecting famous faces will only increase, not decrease as his studio prepares its sophomore game. One could also speculate that Kojima Productions is readying an imminent reveal of its next project, with Kojima himself conducting interviews where he boasts that his next game is almost like a new medium. If this succeeds, it will turn things around, Kojima recently told The Guardian, not just in the game industry, but in the movie industry as well. Kojima himself has hinted on Twitter that further cryptic reveals are coming, but hasn't spilled any real details about what Kojima Productions' next thing will be. We do know that the developer is working with Microsoft on a completely new game for Xbox, although this sounds like it could be some way off. It may take some time, Kojima said when announcing the game earlier this year. The studio is also working with Sony, which published Death Stranding on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5, and various PlayStation executives, example, Herman Hulst, Jim Ryan, have recently visited Kojima Productions in Tokyo. We could find out more about Kojima's mystery game next month, when the Game Awards 2022, hosted by Kojima Pal and Death Stranding cameoer Jeff Keighley, streams on December 9th. What's the story? There are a ton of plot points to pick up from the original game that haven't been resolved. The most obvious route Death Stranding 2 could take is just picking up where the last one left off. Sam Bridges has gone against UCA orders and freed Lou instead of disposing of her. Afterward, he went off the grid by burning his cufflinks, and we can assume he would try and find somewhere safe and secluded to raise his daughter. Humanity is in better shape after Amelie disconnects her beach at the end of the original game. Supposedly, this stops the timefall and BTs, but even if that's true, she's only postponing the extinction of humanity, which she says is inevitable. Even without the supernatural stuff, the world is in tatters. Mules and Homodemon's terrorist sects are still around, and the UCA's unity is likely very precarious. Additionally, now that humanity knows about the beaches and chiralium, it's almost inevitable someone will try to reconnect to them and exploit them. With the worst of the crisis over, old friends will probably start to show their true colors. In fact, a likely enemy for Sam is the UCA. It's an organization with a lot of blood on its hands, and it still hasn't addressed the horrors of the Bridge Baby program. Although Die Hardman seemed humble at the end of the first game, he's already shown he's willing to kill to make Bridget's dream a reality. Now that America is once again a nation under his presidency, he'll likely do whatever it takes to protect the Union, even if it means killing the man responsible for joining the cities together. Death Stranding 2 release date rumors. We do know that Death Stranding 2 is in production, thanks to a leak, which we'll cover below. However, there's been no official announcement yet. So, all we have to go off of is how long it took to develop the original game. Death Stranding was announced at E3 2016, and it couldn't have been in production for very long before that. It didn't enter full development until 2017 and was released just 2 years later, on November 8, 2019, and we loved it. So, altogether, it took around 3 to 3.5 years to produce the game. So, if development recently started on Death Stranding 2, we can expect it to release sometime in 2025 at the earliest. Kojima posts pictures featuring RRR director Rajmouli and PS boss Jim Ryan. And now, the latest and probable teases involve Kojima himself again. This time it gets better for us Indians. Recently, sometime back in last week, Kojima shared photographs of SS Rajmouli visiting KJP. Rajmouli, who is considered a figure to be reckoned with when it comes to VFX in India, can be seen in a 3D scanner in the pictures. Along came the words, "I have scanned." RRR. Sick. Rajmouli was visiting Japan to promote his magnum opus RRR featuring NTR Jr. and Ram Charan. Earlier this year, Kojima was found to be all praises about the movie, calling it a must-watch. So what's with this display of mutual admiration? Does it all hint at another collaborator of Kojima's? Kojima has now posted another picture from his Twitter handle, leaving fans now wondering if this new game will be a PlayStation exclusive. In this picture, Hideo Kojima is posing with PlayStation boss Jim Ryan. While this may ultimately mean nothing, regardless, leakers and one from Sony in particular, via GameRant, are suggesting that the upcoming project is in fact Death Stranding 2. Updates from Kojima recap and more. Earlier, Kojima himself appeared at the Xbox Bethesda showcase to reveal that he's working with Xbox for Microsoft Cloud. As for the game, speculation is rife that Death Stranding 2 is coming. It all started earlier this year in May, when Death Stranding actor Norman Reedus kind of let it slip that they've started filming the second game. Soon fans spotted that Reedus was following Elle Fanning on Instagram, though they haven't worked on anything together up until now.